because since this came from the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
We finish this, then put everybody on mute. Then we'll start the meditation for 15 minutes. After the meditation, we'll talk about the other topic.
Okay.
Okay, couple of pranayams and
Yog Nidra.
Yog Nidra, right? Okay, so and then we won't do at the end meditation because we are doing the meditation the beginning 15 minutes meditation. So let me go towards that, because this is the whole yoga sadhana is geared towards these three things. So mal is the pollutants inside us. Because of those pollutants we get sick, so that's why we got to wash them, whether it's with a woman or a neti or a shankurchalan or a pranayam, we just do that. And outside cleansing, we all know how to do that. Okay, so mal is removed with the cleansing, the shuddhata. Vikshep is controlled with ekagrata, concentration, concentrated mind. Even if you want to play golf outside, or you are playing tennis, or you need to work on something, even as simple as cooking or cleaning, you need concentration. A person who has a higher level of concentration will achieve the highest. Okay, so for Vikshep, concentration. But ultimately, for a yogi, the goal is to know yourself. There is a little avarn. There is a covering. There's a little curtain over us. We need to remove that. And that gets removed with sukshamta. Sukshamta means make your body, make your mind, that part of mind which decides, which is called intellect. We got to make sure that we keep on thinking from the gross to the subtle, to the subtlest, to the subtler, to the subtlest. And what is subtlest? God. Okay, then we will be walking or climbing on the ladder of yoga. Because at the subtler level, we are all one. If you are thinking, I'm better than other, you have not reached that level yet. Even if you say that I am a better yoga practitioner, that really brings you down on the ladder of yoga. Okay, so remember these three words. If you know Sanskrit, Shuddhata, Ekagrata, Sukshamta. And English translation is cleansing, concentration, and subtlety. Subtlety. Okay, so always, whether we are studying Ramayana or Bhagavad Puran or Yoga Sutras or doing cleansings or doing asanas or going for a walk, take your mind. Am I making my mind clean? Am I keeping my body clean? Am I aware of keeping the environment clean? Okay, it's not just, we are not living in a vacuum. We are living in the environment which is being shared by everybody else. We got to make sure it's clean. If there's a garbage outside, even if it's in the store, pick it up. What difference does it make if there's a piece of paper fallen, bend down, it will give you a little exercise. Pick it up and throw it. Same thing in your own homes or when you go for a walk. Okay, so keep that in mind. Then you will be automatically moving towards a yogic life. That's called a yogic way of living. There are two ways of living.
What's the opposite?
Yogic way or a bhogic way. Prem, do you have a question?
What of the last one, Sukshamta?
Sukshamta. Sukshamta. So, Suksham means subtle. So, Thul means gross.
Okay.
So, from the grosser to the subtle. That's a yogic way.
Hersh, can you repeat please? Shuddhata, kya tha?
Ekagrata and Sukshamta.
Ekagra.
Okay, got it? Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are paying attention, even though there's no test in these classes. But there could be. There could be.
Third one kaun sa? Shuddhata, ekagrata or?
Sukshamta.
Suksham.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Menaka, you have a question?
No.
Okay. All right. So let's just start meditation. Then I'll just, if you have any more questions, we can talk about it after the class also. But let's try to meditate. Make sure you're sitting straight. Shoulders relaxed. First roll them and then bring them down and relax. Neck, head, back in a straight line, but in a very relaxed manner. Palms facing up on your knees or in your lap, wherever you feel comfortable. Eyes closed and breathe mindfully. Bring your attention towards the Agya Chakra, eyebrow center. Visualize divine light there. We are going to say 3 Oms together, and after that we'll meditate on this Agya Chakra for 15 minutes. Bring your attention towards the heart center. Palms in the prayer position. Bend your head a little. Thank your parents. Thank your Guru. And thank God. Let's start with the second part of our today's class. So any question on what we talked about last week or even today before the class? So
Rita has a question.
yes, Rita.
I already asked my question.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we were talking about before the class the Surya Bhed and the Chandra Bhed. So I gave you some of the benefits last time, but there's a very, very common problems which people have these days that can be cured with these two pranayams also. But you got to do it for a little longer period of time. So, for example, if you have a headache, what do? Breathe from the left. Okay. See, just like this. Breathe from the left. And then again breathe out from the left. There's a little variation. And continuously, if you keep doing it, you will see that start out with 2 minutes, but don't do more than 5 minutes. Okay, breathe in and out from the same side by closing the other side. So breathe in, then breathe out. So long inhalation, long exhalation without any holding. Without any holding. So just like this. Okay, that's for the headache. And another problem people have, they get tired, physically tired. What do? Sometimes too much rest, sometimes too much eating something which is not good for them, or watching TV. So yogis, they say, if you breathe in from the right, breathe out from the right also. Keep on doing it for some times. You will get over that physical tiredness also. See, right side is associated with the physical body of ours. Left side with the mind. Headache is in the mind, in the brain, in the head, as they say. And then physical tiredness in the body. So just practice these two, but make sure the general rules, they're sitting straight, shoulders relaxed, and stillness in the body. Concentrate using these right hand, thumb on one side, and these two fingers on the other. Just continuously do that. Okay? Everybody got that? Simple enough?
Well, how long would you practice this?
Not more than 5 minutes. I would say start with 2 minutes and gradually increase your stamina. But you don't want to overdo it. Don't do it more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a long time for pranayam. You will see the effect of that. Okay, but do it in a very relaxed manner. Both of these, whether you are doing it for the headache or whether you are doing it for the tiredness, do it in a very calmer fashion.
Can you
Okay?
please
Just write
repeat
it down and practice it, and then let me know if it has worked or if it has not. Somebody just told me yesterday that Agnisar, which we taught you, has really helped him get rid of the morning cleansing of the system. So these things do work, but we got to practice it. Okay, so the same thing, this also.
Manju Malhotra.
Yes, Manju.
Namaste, Hersh.
Namaste,
So,
Manju.
Surya Bhed and Chandra Bhed, inhalation was from one side, exhalation from the other. And now for the fatigue,
For these two
and
particular
headache,
ailments, the same side. Yeah, that is a big difference between them.
that's the big difference.
Yes. So these are like a variations of the Surya Bhed and Chandra Bhed.
Yeah,
I mean, just
inhalation is
imagine,
same.
yeah, the science of yoga has been here for as long as the humanity has been. So that's why there are countless asanas. There are only 10 pranayams, then there are so many variations of the pranayams. Okay? So, but if we do it properly, we'll see the benefit also. Okay? So, yeah, she made a good point. Just remember that Surya Bhed was, you just breathe in from the right and breathe out from the left. Keep on doing that. One side in, the other side out. So this one is when you want to physically get rid of the tiredness, breathe in from the right, breathe out from the right also. Okay, got it? And in this one, no holding. See, Surya Bhed Kumbhak, Chandra Bhed Kumbhak, there was a proper Kumbhak also. Over here, there's no holding at all. It's only inhale, exhale, equal duration, and just bring your mind there and just enjoy that breathing.
Hershey, what are they called, these two?
These are the variations of, I would say, Surya Bhed and Chandra Bhed.
Okay. So,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, but there's no Kumbhak though. Just remember that. So these are like a variations to get rid of these certain disturbances in our physical body. When a headache happens, that's a disturbance. So we got to just, before we go for some medicine, try this first. Medicines are there. Later on, you can, if you need to take those also. Okay, but first, try to use these common sense techniques to gain a mastery over this body. And this is our body. We should be master of this. Okay. So today we are going to talk about Yog Nidra. I was telling you before the class, there is a Yog Nidra technique, which is in which you don't sleep. Even though it says Yog Nidra, it's a guided way of meditation. You're lying down, but constantly the person who's guiding you will tell you, do not sleep, stay awake, stay alert. Okay, that's a different kind of a Yog Nidra. See, there's a variations, just like a pranayams have variations, asanas have variations, Yog Nidra has variations too. So that Yog Nidra is a 61-point Shav Yatra. Shav Yatra means you are just detaching from your body and detaching from your mind also. Going into the deeper layers of your mind and cleaning your mind. That's a 61-point Yog Nidra. Then there's a 31-point Yog Nidra. But this, what we're gonna learn today, is a 9-point Yog Nidra. This 9-point Yog Nidra takes you to a very deep sleep fast. You don't toss and turn in your bed. You just do it. While you're doing it, you won't even know when you fall asleep and then go into the deep sleep area. Okay, so 9 point. But before that, I would suggest do one pranayam. Sitting up in your bed, do this Kevali pranayam. Let me talk about that first. Kevali pranayam. That is one of those 10 major pranayams in Hatha Yoga. Kevali pranayam. Keval means only. That's why in Yoga Darshan also last chapter is called Kevalyapad. Only. Only means only Atma. You just detach from everything else. How do you do that? You sit straight, breathe just normally. But while you are breathing, even though the physical body is breathing, your lung, diaphragm, everything is expanding and contracting with your inhalation, exhalation. But your mind is going from your nostrils through the nadis, up here, then down in the back towards your spine, all the way towards your Mooladhara chakra. When you inhale, when you exhale, down, up. So in other words, you are breathing, but your attention is towards your spine. From the nostrils, back towards your spine, all the way down and come up. And then you are supposed to say a mantra with that. Mantra is Soham. Soham. You're all familiar with that mantra. Soham. Soham means that is me. I am that. Soham. And what is that? That means the Atma. So you're telling your mind, I am the Atma, with the help of that mantra. When you exhale, you say so. When you inhale, hum. Okay? So it just becomes a cycle of soham. So inhale, go all the way down, then exhale. Inhale, bottom, towards the nose, towards the spine, and go all the way down. So that's where your attention is. Okay? So mentally, you're repeating the soham, and your mind is connected with that. It becomes a mala, a garland. Okay? This is also called a japa jap. Jap means you are repeating something, repeating the God's name. And in this one, you're recognizing the real me is part of that divinity. A japa jap. That means you are not really saying it from your mouth. And you are not putting any break in there either. So I would suggest at least for 5 minutes in your bed before sleeping. This is a nightly meditation or the pranayam. So sitting up, do this. After that, lie down in your bed in a shavasana. You're all familiar with the shavasana. You're on your back, your hands, palms facing up, not touching your body, little away from your body. Your legs are also little apart, fully relaxed in the shavasana. But what do you do in that? Because normally that's how we sleep. But before you go to sleep, you're doing the Yog Nidra. So 9 points you got to remember. Write it down. Your toes, your knees, your toes, your heels, and your knees. Okay? Then the base of your spine, your navel, and your heart. Then your throat, the eyebrow center, and the crown of your head. So 3 points in the bottom of your body, 3 in the middle of the body, and 3 in the top of your body. Everybody got that?
Can you say it again?
Yeah.
Okay, your toes. So both set of toes,
No,
and your
toes-
heels and your knees.
no, can you please start from where we are starting? You said throat, knees, toes. So
No, 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 no. Toes.
Oh, पहले से toes था.
Yeah, starting from the toes, then your heels and your knees.
Okay.
Okay, these three in the bottom. Then base of your spine, your navel center, your heart center. Three in the middle portion. And then the throat center, eyebrow center, the middle of the two eyebrows, and the crown center. Okay, three, and three. So you are in a Shavasana, you're familiar with these 9 parts, 9 points in your body. What do? First, bring your mind right over here.
Can you repeat the last three? Last three.
Throat, the middle of the eyebrows, and the crown. Okay, so these are the last 3 set if you want to talk about, like a 3 sets, bottom, middle, and the top. So bring your attention right over here on the crown center. Your eyes are closed. You are focusing on the energy which is right here. Okay, concentrate on that energy. You remember I talk about the concentration is a power of a yoga student. Mind which is going every which way, tell your mind, just be here. That is it. Don't think about anything else. Just look at that. It's like a visualization of that light which is already there. And then imagine that light in a ray form, moving above your body, going all the way towards your toes. So you're in a Shavasana, a ray of light moving from here and moving at which speed? Slowly. You don't want to go like this. You're going to go from here all the way down towards your toes. What do you do after that? Imagine that light is moving from the toes back to the ground. So visualization of that light from the crown to the toes. So not individual toes, all together 10 toes. Okay, so it's just like that point from here, down there, and back up there. Down there again, back up again. How many times? 9 times. Okay, 9 up and 9 down. And make sure that you keep the mind fully focused. Mind may like to go somewhere else. May say that, oh, I'm itching. Tell your mind, shush. Okay, pretty soon the mind will listen to you. So after 9 times, again your attention is here. Now you are bringing your attention, focusing on that light from the crown all the way to your heels. Heels, both the heels. Okay, up again, down again towards the heels. So you forget about the toes after 9 times. Now only these 2 points, crown and the heels. How many times? 9 times. If it happened to be 10 times or 8 times or 12 times, don't worry about it. But idea is to just make sure you repeat enough times. 9 is a good number. When we repeat something, it just makes us focus beautifully. Okay. Then again, your focus is over here. Then you visualize that light is traveling from the crown all the way to your knees. Knees 9 times. Then from the crown to the base of your spine. Okay. 9 times again. Then from here to your navel area. 9 times. Don't worry about the color of the Manipur chakra or what is it called. Just that point over there. Just think that there's a light traveling from here going there and missing everything else. There's only 2 points. Ray of light. Then from the navel Now you are coming from the crown to the heart, then from the crown to the throat. And let me tell you, most of the people fall asleep by this time. But if you don't, from here, just go here between these two and keep on going. More than 9s now because the distance is shorter too. Okay, so this is one way yogis say you can go into the deep sleep right away. That's why they call it a Yog Nidra, 9-point practice of Yog Nidra. Okay, so just relaxing first with that Kevali Pranayam, then lying down, and then doing the Shavasana properly. And in Shavasana, you are just fall asleep like this. Any question?
Yes, Hershey, I do. While
Okay.
you are doing this practice of imagining the light going up and down, as you're imagining, can you also do the Soham at the same time
No.
as well?
No.
No, just on a
Soham,
quiet.
you do it. Yeah, Soham, you're doing it
You've
only.
already done it first,
sitting.
right? Okay.
Yeah, when you're sitting and meditating, before you lie down, you do that. Because that way you're preparing yourself to just do this Yog Nidra.
तो हर्ष एक बार ही दोबारा सो करते समय हमारे को एक्सहेल करना है और हम करते समय इनहेल करना है, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but and then when you're telling all this, how many times you do that? I will fall asleep in 2 minutes.
You were doing what?
I will fall asleep in 2 minutes. It doesn't
Yeah.
take me that long.
But that's good.
So then I don't have to worry about it, right?
Yeah, if you fall asleep, you don't have to get up again. No, because idea is to fall asleep.
Okay.
You don't want to disturb your sleep and say, oh, I haven't even finished my practice yet. No.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're already achieving. It's almost like if you have a plate full of food and you feel full after eating half, you don't say that I'm going to finish it all up. What do? You wrap it up and put it in the fridge.
Some people will do it.
Yeah, but they should not. That's why they feel bloated. Right? When you listen to your body. When you're full, you're full. There will be a future time to eat also.
Yeah.
So the same way for this idea is, so you got to see what is the purpose of certain exercise. Purpose of this Yog Nidra, this particular Yog Nidra is to go to sleep. So you'll be sleeping better. Quality sleep you'll have if you make a practice of doing this every single day. Okay, practice it and then let me know.
Harsh, do you have video of this? Do you have video of this that we can listen to it and do it and then go to sleep like that with your video voice?
With my video voice,
I think I have the 61-point recording.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there are some videos made. I think Jyoti knows them all.
Not video, the audio part.
Okay.
Yeah, you need only audio. You don't want to see my face at that time, Rashmi.
Yeah. Audio. That's what I can see your face anytime, Hersh.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi.
Marina has a question, and Marina
yes,
says,
Marina.
why no?
Marina, unmute yourself. Okay.
I have a question about the pranayama that you've been explaining about Surya Bheda and Chandra Bheda. Why only just breathing and no retentions?
What is the question, Marina? I didn't hear it.
The question, you said there are no retentions during that breath, so the question is why not?
No, in this one there's no retention. When you are doing it for your headache, and in these variations there is no, because you just want to concentrate only on the breathing and heal yourself. In the Surya Bhed Kumbhak, there is a retention. There is a retention. Okay. In that one, you are heating up your body in that retention, or you're cooling down your mind. Okay. So this is how,
So the retentions are applied to heat up the body.
Heat and the cooling, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever there's a kumbhak word, whenever there's a kumbhak word in a pranayam, that means there's a retention. Okay.
Right. I'm just trying to see what's the difference. Why?
Yeah. Difference is this is just to help your body from these little problems, if you want to call it. Okay, so in that one, you don't want to do kumbhak. Kumbhak will hurt you. If you have a headache and you try to do kumbhak, that will hurt you.
Okay.
You want to just only breathe in and out and get the benefit from that breathing itself. Okay.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Anybody else?
I have a question, please. Hello, this is Prem. I have a
Yes,
question.
Prem. Yes.
What is between the knees and the navel area?
Cannot, Prem, just get a little closer to your computer. Cannot hear you.
What comes between the knees and the navel area?
Base of the spine.
Base of the spine?
Yes.
Between what, navel area and what?
The knees.
Oh, knees and that is like a base of the spine.
Okay.
Like where you know where that Muladhara chakra is.
Yes. Okay.
That like a very base. That's and if you really cannot do that, if some people have a difficulty locating that spot, I would say just pelvic area then. That's okay too. And pelvic areas is just like where your navel is, a couple of inches below that. That's your pelvic area.
Okay.
So you can concentrate on that. All you want to do is to find a spot and just take your, because light is everywhere, but you want to only concentrate on the spots. Okay. So if the base you cannot locate or you don't feel comfortable with, a lot of people, they don't feel comfortable with that Muladhara chakra. Okay, then just pelvic area is fine, which is called a Swadhisthana chakra. So, okay. So 9 points, just remember the 9 points, starting from the top to the bottommost, and then gradually moving up, but slowly. Just remember the speed has to be very, very slow, and keep your mind, keep your focus on that speed. Okay.
I have a question, Hersh.
Yes, Rani.
When you're taking the so, then you breathe in all the way up to the bottom, and then hum, then you exhale. Am I right? So hum. So is all the way, breathing all the way. How it is gonna go?
Either way you can do it. You can, if you want to breathe in with the hum or breathe in with the so, does not make any difference. That's why yogis, they came up with the 2 mantras. Soham or Hansaha. Okay, when you have heard both these mantras, right? Hamsa or Soham. Because when you repeatedly do it, it's just the same thing. The idea is that you got to keep in mind the meaning of this.
Okay.
See, just saying alone doesn't do it.
Right.
That's why in Yog Darshan, Rishi Patanjali, he said, by the jap of Om, all the obstacles can be removed. All the obstacles, 9 obstacles, and then the accomplishment of those 5 more to them, he says all of them can be removed. Starting from the physical ailment to the laziness to the doubt and all kinds of, you all have heard, learned those. But then he puts a little condition to that. He says, you got to make sure that the mantra you are repeating, you know the meaning of that too. And I'm sure some of you remember that sutra. Tat japa, tat bhavnam, artham. So whatever you are repeating, make sure you know what you're repeating. If you're saying Ram, make sure that the picture of Ram is in front of you. If you're saying Krishan, make sure that just not saying, just keep on repeating Krishan and your mind is somewhere else. That is not the bhavna. So tat japa, that means whatever you're repeating has to be associated with the bhavna also. So when we are saying soham or hansa, we got to remember that I am. And what is that? This energy, this soul, which we call Atma, or which is part of God, that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not the intellect. I'm not the ego. I am the Atma. Okay, so whether we are saying Soham or Hansa, do not get confused with it. Just make sure, because some people can say it like a Soham, because I told you when we inhale hum, when we exhale so, but some people say it doesn't work for us. It's okay to reverse it. But make sure the meaning of that jap is fully established in your mind. Okay, is that clear, Rani? I think.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, don't get confused. Just practice it. Practice it. Actually, the reason they call it a japa jap, so not only during meditation, this jap has to go on continuously all the time in our mind. That's how yogis live. You remember I was telling you there's a yogic way of living and there's a bhogic way of living.
Yes.
Yogic way of living is you are doing worldly things, but you are constantly connected with the divinity. That's a yogic way of living. That's what Lord Krishna told Arjun. Wage this war. Remember me though. That's a yogic way of even waging a war. If Lord Krishna is telling Arjun to remember me in the middle of the war, why can't we do it when we go for a walk? Or when we do our yoga practice? Or when we are doing our dishes? We clean our house? Talking to somebody? So we can bring this yogic attitude in our life no matter what you are doing. Eating food also. So yogic way of living is no matter what you are doing, your mind is connected with God. What is a bhogic way of living? Bhogic way of living is even when you are supposed to remember God, you are remembering the world. Praying to God, but you're thinking about the world. Sometimes we arrange a big yajna in our house, or we go to the temple. Constantly we are just looking around who else is there. What are they wearing? What did they bring? How did they sing? Did they look at me or not? What kind of a car they came in? So you're going to the temple, or in your home you are doing a 24-hour Ramayana part, but constantly you are worried. Who's going to come? Who's not going to come? So that is a bhogic way of living. So even in godly actions, we are thinking about the world. Or even doing the yajna and thinking, what can I get out of it from God? God, will you give me this or not? Will you take care of my body? Will I get that job? Will I win that lottery? That's all bhogic. So when we are practicing yoga, we are yoga practitioner, we call ourselves. We got to see that more and more yogic way of living. How much divinity is in our mind. Okay? So remember that in Hindi it's called Yoga Anukul Jivan. That means life lived by according to the principles of yoga. That's a Yoga Anukul Jivan. And yogic principles are those three which I mentioned earlier. Shuddhata, Ekagrata, Sukshamta. Those are the principles of yoga. No matter which yogic scripture you read or study or watch, or which yogic guru you go to, they'll teach you that. Okay? So cleanliness, concentration, and subtlety. Make your mind more and more subtle. Bhogic way of living takes us towards the gross part of our existence. Yogic way of living takes us towards the subtle part of our living. A yogi will look at the Atma in the other person, and a bhogi will look at the physical part of it, or sometimes not even physical, What is the name, where that person lives, what kind of a status, or what will I get out of it? That's a bhogic way. But a yogic way is we are all one. We are all children of the same God. Learn to live in harmony. Help wherever you can. Keep the calmness in your mind. Okay, so this gives us a peace in our mind. And when we have peaceful mind, of course, we can sleep better too. Body functions better too. We all know that peaceful mind, a healthy body. A disturbed mind, a sick body. Okay, it all starts from ourselves. So any other question?
I have a question.
Yes,
I'm not understanding. आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? Is it BHO, भौगिक or?
भौगिक, जैसे भोग पदार्थ नहीं होते, भौगिक, भोग करना.
H with an H? H-O-G?
Bhogic will be BH, yeah,
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah. Okay, so it's just like more like in English, you will call it a materialistic life. Okay, there's nothing wrong in enjoying the materialism. We live in the materialism, but the goal of our life is not materials. Goal of our life is union with God. Okay, so we got to look at it more and more, and that's where the calmness comes. So anybody else? If I know sometimes it's hard to teach or even learn online.
Marina?
So
Marina?
any question you have, do feel free to ask me, please. Yes, who has Marina?
Marina?
Yeah, I have another question. So,
yes, Marina.
So hum we apply so on the inhale, exhale on the hum on the exhale.
Yeah.
What about hamsa? How do we apply that?
Hamsa, if you hum, when you inhale hum, when you exhale sa, so hamsa. Okay. Okay. So the same thing you can apply that. See, idea is just using these two letters with the meaning and while inhaling and exhaling. So inhaling and exhaling is happening in the front of the body. Your attention is going towards the back. That's what you got to keep in mind, because that's where the energies are going from and to. Okay. So anybody else? That Yog Nidra is clear to everybody. Do practice it, please. Do practice it, and then let us know if it worked for you, or if any difficulty you had. We can talk about that also next time.
My question is with the meditation, and we do chanting also sometimes with another group friends, Om, and sometimes if I do Om, if it is too long, I hurt here.
Yeah, don't do it too long.
Maybe we don't know exactly how many seconds approximately that we should be doing Om. We try very hard. We go Om. We should be only maybe 3 seconds or 2 seconds. I don't know. Some of the girls keep going for so long.
Yeah, see, that's where people lose it. It's not how long we do Om. That's not the criteria here. Criteria is that Om, with the vibration of Om, we got to disassociate or disconnect from the world and connect with the Atma. So some people can do it just like that in a snap. So connection, and some people may not be able to do it with a long Om because they are just only thinking that what kind of a lung capacity I have. They are really losing the purpose of meditation and even reciting Om. There's no competition. That's why meditation, group meditation, sure, it just encourages all of us to do the meditation, but our personal meditation should be just by ourselves. And Om drops down. All the mantras that they drop down when the mind is connected with the divinity. Okay, so if it's hurting you, you are overdoing it, don't do it. Okay, just only internally, your mind is saying Om. Your
No,
mouth.
I can say Om, but
Yeah.
sometimes it goes Om, and then
No.
after 20 times
Yeah.
it really hurts.
Yeah, no. Don't overdo it. Don't do it. Don't. There shouldn't be any a competition in yoga. We are just trying to connect with God. Even without Om, we can do it too. All we are doing is just sitting and connecting and detaching from the world and connecting with the divinity. That is the idea. Okay, that's what meditation is. And that's why we do all these different techniques. Okay, so anybody else?
Anji Harshji, this is.
Yes, Prem.
Could you? I'm a little confused about Soham, and
Okay.
the energy goes from top to bottom and front to back. Would you just one more time, please, slowly?
Okay, front, you forget about it.
Okay.
That I just mentioned because your breathing is happening in the front of your body, in the lungs and the diaphragm and all that, right? That is happening even without you paying attention to it.
That's right.
So in this meditation, you're supposed to bring your mind towards the back of your spine. That's all you need to do. Okay.
And when I breathe in, I say so.
Yeah, you can say, when you breathe in, say so. When you breathe out, say hum. That's all. Try, practice this simple one first.
Okay.
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 And then go from there. Don't make it too complicated. See, the meditation, yoga, pranayam, nothing is complicated. Sometimes we just make it too complicated. It's very simple. Simpler the better. Okay. Anybody else?
Rita, do you have a question?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. If you don't have any questions, we can unmute everybody, and still I'm here if you want to ask or tell or something you like or don't like.